Good morning from the Ridge.
Good morning.
And happy Father's Day, my love.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yes. Happy Father's Day. We wanted to just come on here real quick and apparently rock.
Get everybody dizzy on the camera. Be like,
I know, like, oh, roundabout. Just wanted to come on and just be grateful for all the dads out there that are working hard, doing what they can for their families, and being a great dad.
Yeah. Not everybody has theirs still, right? I mean, things happen, right? Life.
Yeah.
Some of them aren't around, but spending those times, having those memories, and just, you know, as a dad, it's just one of those, do what you want to do today. I think we're going to work because, well, that's what I want to do. I'm going to get this project.
I asked him, what do you want to do? Do you want to rest or do you want to work?
We're going to do a little cookout later.
Yeah.
Have a dinner, and probably should message the kids.
I did.
Oh, okay. But no, Aunt Swami and cousin Gail, cousin Gail come down to visit, so they're making some stuff, and we're gonna throw some chicken on the grill later, I think.
Yes, because we are not lacking chicken.
Right.
But you know, I also want to, you know, this year's been really rough for a lot of our friends, and we want to also express our heartfelt thoughts and prayers to those who are experiencing this Father's Day as their first without their father. So if that's one of you, just know that we see you and we feel for you. That whole first year of firsts, the first year without, is really rough. So we want to acknowledge you and just, you know, let you know that we're thinking about you also. I mean, I've got a lot in my heart this morning as I was, like, you know, ruminating in my brain about that for all of our friends that have lost their fathers this year. So enjoy the ones that you have, make time, and just have fun with life.
Yeah. Life's boring if you're not having fun.
Yeah. pretty much. But nope, today's gonna be a work day, and hopefully get some more work done on the big project.
Because we worked on it for 2 days in a row, dodging rain showers. They're still saying there's a chance, but I was looking at the radar and it's so small. There's little blurps by us. Now there's a big one down there hitting around Dallas and stuff right now, and whew, hopefully their pontoons are filled up.
Yeah, Texas is getting hit pretty hard.
Yeah. But yeah, and then yesterday we got some stuff done around here. Finally, it was time to mow, get the weed whipping done. You worked on the editing, got that video out on the main channel.
I made and canned homemade baked beans.
Yeah. And holy delicious.
Yeah.
Those were by far the best, and I'm not saying it just because she's my wife, y'all, but no. The whole house smelled like the sauce that she was cooking, because she had like an extra pint and threw it in the little crock pot and was letting them cook up, and I stayed hungry all day yesterday. Like I forcibly wouldn't even go in the house because I was like, no, I don't need to eat anymore. Like,
yeah. And I got our video edited and got that out.
Yeah. And
did laundry and some domestics and stuff, and so he took advantage of that time to weed whip and hog.
It needed done, and with the backhoe being out of commission, I'm like, well, there's no sense in leaving that on the back of the tractor right now. So got it pulled off. I'll have to do some assessments and get online and look at parts, but I'm probably just gonna.
Who was it that was? Oh, Tony over at our cabin in the woods. He was saying that it looked like water's in the.
It is. There's water in it because those seals are not. They're not sealing. So that one lift arm, the stabilizer leg that comes up, that seal that's leaking is pointed right up into the sky. And so anytime it rains, guess where it goes? In that seal, in the cylinder. And yeah, so the hydraulic fluid on it's trash, which sucks because that's pretty expensive stuff. Yeah. But I don't know, maybe sometime this week, or I'll have to see. We need to get the backhoe up and running, but other priorities, I mean, we don't necessarily need it right this second. So I can let it sit for a little while. But in the meantime, I put the brush hog on. I did, most of it was weed whipping, because
We can't grow grass, but we can grow weeds.
yeah, well, guys, there's an amazing patch of grass right off this porch. I don't know why. I don't know how. But it is super thick. It's so I'm kind of hoping, hey, if I keep spreading it out. But we had some trenching down here that I need to fill back in. They were some test trenches to see how far we could go down, and that's where we found out 3 feet is. Then we're on solid rock shelves.
Yeah.
So we've talked about maybe in the future, a little bean spilling, is this back area. Once we dug that out and then we started watching, it's holding water, which it should, right? It's solid rock underneath, and then it's super packed clay around it. A future project is maybe dig a pond out right here. All the dirt I dig off it, throw on the bottom side, right? Build a berm up on the back side and just make a pond. But that's not going to be anything anytime soon. So instead of creating little mosquito hatching mud puddles, I need to get out there with a tractor, take the forks off, and fill those trenches back in. And then that way I can actually mow this back hillside with the brush hog. Using a regular mower, we've talked about this before, but anybody new, a regular mower is just not an option right now. There's too much groundwork, too many rocks. I've tried it with our riding mower before, and it caused more damage than good. So at this point, until we decide, which will be when a vast majority of the construction in this area is done, we're not even gonna attempt grass, because all we're gonna do is tear it up, and grass seed is not free or cheap. So gonna just let it ride. I mean, the weeds are there, and the more we've opened up, though, it is allowing sunlight to hit, and you know,
We're getting some patches of grass.
Yeah, and by letting it grow up to where it gets to seed and those seeds spread, which does make it look like crap for a while, but letting it do that, it's gonna naturally just fill back in with cover. I mean,
I just realized that the trailer went doink. The tongue's way off the ground.
oh yeah, well, we have
So much weight on it.
yeah, you figure them boards, them 20-foot boards, that's a 16-foot trailer. So I mean, there's 4 feet of board hanging off the end on those 2x6s, and then we leaned those 3 4x4s on the, which it's not going anywhere. I don't know, it popped the tongue up.
That was a scary drive home, let me tell you what. I was praying the whole time. But
Yeah, put the old trailer to the test. I think that was the closest I've gotten to having that trailer squat, because my brother had that trailer for years, and I worked a deal out with him, and I got it when he got a car trailer, and I said, well, I need a nice flatbed trailer. The deck boards on it, they're over 25 years old now. They need yanked off and redone, but it's steel frame underneath. So I'm like, hey, if I put heavy things on it, it'll be fine. But it's a single axle, which is part of why my brother got rid of it too, was he wanted a dual axle trailer. But it has 13 leafs in the leaf springs. Like, it used to be an old camper. That's what the frame was. So it can hold quite a bit, but I think I pretty much maxed it. I wouldn't want to put any more weight on it than what we did to get home. So and it doesn't help having the overhang. That pushes the whole weight behind the axle a little more than you'd like, and hence we could only do 45 coming home that day. But we made it. It's holding up, and it's off the ground. That's the big thing for the lumber, is knowing we had all the rain coming. I wanted it off the ground.
Yeah.
So.
No, I'm just hoping to be able to. It doesn't feel as humid today, and it's not supposed to be as hot today.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be as miserable working outside. But I'm excited to keep moving on the big project. You have to tune in Tuesday and see how far we got. I'm loving it.
Yeah, no, it's coming together. I mean, we're building it very unorthodoxly.
And it's so fun to hear
It's a word
everyone's
now.
comments about what they think it is. Uh, Actually giving us some ideas too. But anyway, you'll find out soon enough. Probably after the roof is on.
Well, certain people knew.
Yeah, certain people knew from our live because I spilled the beans right at the very end. There was like 1 minute left to go on the live, and I'm like, I'm spilling the beans.
Yeah. Which was fun, right? We like keeping everybody on their toes a little bit of what's going on, and we have a design in our head. Well, we did draw it out a little bit for the most part of what we're doing and what it's going to be like. And now that you see, there's always that change, that transition, right? From being on paper or in your brain or both
To fruition.
to seeing at least an outer perimeter and going,
Okay.
yeah. But super excited because this thing it's much needed around here.
Yeah.
You know, we love to entertain and have our friends come over and stuff like that. And it's not comfortable necessarily. Not for us, right? We're comfortable when it's just two of us, but you start adding multiple people and you want to get in a group, right? And sit in a circle somewhere. Well, there's no flat ground. And somebody inevitably is on edge because if you lean back just a little too far in your chair, you're going rolling down the hill. And then the mud factor, if it's been raining.
I mean, you've pretty much just given it away, babe.
What? No, I didn't. It's an entertainment space.
Well, I mean, I guess if anybody gets the beans, it's our coffee chat people.
I'm just saying. You're just mad because you done... Hey, the proof's in the video, y'all. Go watch. She wouldn't let me spill no beans at the beginning of the video so that she could at the end.
Well, I mean, everyone expects me to spill the beans because I can't keep a secret.
Because I'm not allowed to. I still ain't figured out what this thing is from. I know what the clip's from. I don't know what that's from.
I don't know.
Hard time.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, guys, we looked for quite a while yesterday. We were working in the garden, doing chores in the morning, trying to tie up the zucchinis up to the trellising, right? To get them up off the ground, because once they start getting so big, they just kind of bend over, right? And we should have done it a while ago. And we've talked about it. So we were doing some pruning, and she's like, where are my good pruning little scissors? And they've been sitting here on this table, on this porch, the whole time. So, but we got 4 of the plants picked up, 3 or 4
5.
of them, 5 of them.
Yep, got them. I gotta go get the rest of them done, but I've got 2 sourdough breads going in the house right now. One is a sourdough white dough, or white sandwich bread. And the other one's just a normal sourdough. So I've got to go stretch and fold.
But yeah, and then, what was the other thing I was going to say was,
I don't know.
So we had all these clippings from those zucchini plants, and we're like, well, hey, the goats they haven't done it lately, knock on wood, right? But they keep getting they were getting their head stuck trying to get some of the green leaf, because basically inside their pen, they've ate all the greenery out of it. And we do buy hay, and I give them hay every day, but I was like, well, what if I throw these out to the goats? Haven't touched it.
No?
Nope. Chickens, we threw some in with a chicken run. They spread them out a little bit. I think they were going more for the bugs that were on the leaves than they were eating them. So I don't know. They didn't want nothing to do with it, though. I was
But if it's in my garden and they got out, they'll go eat it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They'll just tear it up. So it's just crazy, because, I mean, especially with the goats, they'll chew and eat anything, right? I mean, that's why we ended up having to lock them back up, is they were getting over trying to eat tarps and everything else that they weren't supposed to eat. And yet, I throw some stuff in for them
And they don't eat
that's new and different, and then they're like, oh, well, we don't want that. Needy little things, right? Spoiled? That's what I think.
Yeah.
But Maya did that this morning.
I know. So I finally used up all the bacon grease that I had. And you know, Maya's so used to getting her eggs, and I would always make the eggs in the bacon grease. I made her eggs this morning without bacon grease. She wouldn't eat them.
Yeah.
Wouldn't touch them.
So,
Spoiled dog.
how they're so finicky.
I guess it's my fault. Made him that way. But we need to get to work, guys.
Yeah.
We wanted to keep this short. Like I said, I've got sourdough to go stretch and fold. Gotta get my farting shoes on, and we need to go work.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, enjoy your day today. Hopefully, the weather is allowing you to do whatever it is that you want to do today.
Yeah.
Relax, work, go fishing, whatever it is. Enjoy it. Spend that time with family if you can. You know, and just have a wonderful time.
Yes.
Make fun of whatever you're doing.
Yep.
All right, guys. We'll see you.
Happy Father's Day. Peace out from the rich.